How to create a fantasy football team. What is fantasy football? According to OxfordDictionaries.com, fantasy football is a competition in which participants select imaginary teams from among the players in a league and score points according to the actual performance of their players. Fantasy football, in fact, has turned into a multi-billion-dollar industry. According to a September 2014 article from Forbes, the fantasy football industry is worth roughly $3.6 billion. By the end of the presentation, you will be able to create a fantasy football league and team. As someone who has been playing fantasy football for 7 years and has run 4 leagues, I'll bet on draft day you look something like those people in the picture. There are a few things to know before starting a fantasy football league. You will need a computer and or a smartphone. Make sure you will be able to set aside around 15 minutes every week for fantasy football. This allows you to be able to set your lineup for your team. Trust me, no one appreciates a lineup that's not set correctly. Lastly, make sure you have a group of friends that are willing to play. Step 1. Determine what you are looking for in a fantasy football league and what knowledge level you are at. Are you a beginner looking for a nice display and easy smartphone app? Or are you looking for a more detailed and complicated website? This is necessary to decide because if you choose a website that does not fit your knowledge level, the overall experience of fantasy football can be affected. Step 2. Choose which website, platform, or app you will use based on your answer in Step 1. If you are a beginner, it's best to choose a main site such as NFL.com or Yahoo. If you are an expert, you may want to try a more complicated and detailed site like ESPN and CBS. If you will be mainly using your smartphone, all 4 of these main sites tend to have the best apps. For the purpose of this presentation, we will be using NFL.com Created League, seeing it has been described by the Notebook Review as having one of the most aesthetically pleasing desktop setups. Step 3. Create an account with the chosen platform. In this case, go to NFL.com and click Register in the top right corner of the screen. Input your email and create a username and password, and input other required information. Step 4. Pick the format of the Fantasy Football League. For most websites, you will have the choice between a standard scoring league and a PPR league, or points per reception. For the beginner, the standard scoring league is the way to go. Step 5. Choose how many people will be in your fantasy football league. This could be anywhere from 4 to 20 teams. Generally, the more teams there are, the harder fantasy football gets. 8 to 10 teams is usually ideal for beginners. Step 6. Edit the scoring settings according to your preferences. You now have the ability to go through and change any scoring that you see fit. You can take away a point every time a kicker misses a PAT, or you can make a touchdown worth 10 points. This gives you some freedom and individuality in your league, so have fun with it. Step 7. Set the draft date for your league. Choose a date that will work well with everyone in your league. It can be fun to draft together, so if you choose at someone's house or maybe a sports bar such as Buffalo Wild Wings, you can draft online on a computer or through a smartphone app. Step 8. Invite your friends to the league. You can either send them an email or an SMS text message. As shown in the image, you will be able to edit the teams once you have added managers. You will also have the ability to allow 2 people to co-manage a team. Step 9. Before the draft, research players using the given tools. The Research and the Player tabs can be very helpful for finding the players you want. You can utilize these tools to look at past stats and future projections, for example. Step 10. Draft your players on the previously set date. The image shows an example of the drafting platform that NFL.com Fantasy Football uses. Once you have completed all the steps in the presentation, you will have successfully created a fantasy football league and team. Try not to get too addicted now. It's pretty fun. Enjoy.